Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Hussein Mahadi, and I'm the moderator for today's Jiipcc program. Today is the week 9 of Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship program, which is the closing ceremony. So I hope we are all happy to be here today. I can see we are still logging in. Please, I need a lot of turn up from everybody. Okay, while we are logging in, I'll quickly read what the program is all about before we move to our agenda for today's program, which is the closing ceremony. I hope we are all prepared. Quickly, Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship Program is a quarterly program for young professionals across Africa. Mentees are afforded the opportunity to access valuable training, network, mentorship, internship, discussion forums, industry updates, and resource materials from experienced mentors. The program seeks to encourage continuous training, development, and evolution in Africa and around the world. And some of the objectives of Jiipcc is to provide easy access to quality professional guidance, training, and resource materials for students and young professionals in Africa, to facilitate dialogue and network among experienced and less experienced practitioners, to transform mentees into mentors and leaders for the next generation, and to facilitate further mentorship, internship, scholarship, and job placement for the mentees. Moving on, I will be taking few announcements before take the co-founder speech. Registration for the next quarter of Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship program is currently ongoing, which is next year, January. It will be starting next year, January. So you're advised to help us share the link, share the flyer on your social media platforms, invite your colleagues and friends that are interested in any of the courses. You can see we have a new course, which is blockchain, NFTs, and metaverse. We still have the patent drafting, health tech and law, fintech, the energy industry, artificial intelligence and technology, and intellectual property. Another announcement I'll be taking for today is the 30 minutes one-on-one private mentorship is still currently ongoing. You can send me a message, or you register through the link, or you send Ms. Juliana a message to be given the link to access one of the mentors that you want to have a 30-minute one-on-one session with. So that's that. And I'll be advising everybody in this meeting to edit their name session on their Zoom, and also put on their videos. We are live on YouTube, and we also want to see your faces. I'm so sorry, my own video is not coming up. Is my network okay? I think it's up. So please, you're advised to put on your videos. We are still waiting for other mentees to join us and other mentors. I hope we are all happy to be here today. It's the end of the program for this session. Okay, so quickly, I'll be taking the last announcement, which is Jiipcc get-together party that we are organizing in Abuja and in Lagos. In Lagos is on the 17th of December, and in Abuja is 10 days from now, which is on the 10th of December. So all our mentees and mentors are all invited to join us that day to unwind, to network, to have fun, play games, and eat. Okay, quickly, we'll be moving on to the next agenda of today, which is the co-founder speech. I'll be calling on the co-founder to prepare himself and give us a brief speech before we move on.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Obo Joseph, co-founder of Jiipcc, that's the Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship Program. We've had a very long journey, a journey of about 9 weeks, and today happens to be the 9th week of the mentorship program, and also the closing ceremony for this whole long stretch of lots of information, downloads, uploads, and overloads. I really want to say a very, very big thank you to everyone for making out the time to be here today. But first and foremost, I don't have any prepared speech, so I'll do the best I can to speak from my heart in the best way possible, in a way to convey the sentiments of our founder, Juliana, as well, in my presentation. So very quickly, I would like to draw our minds back to when Jiipcc started roughly 2 years ago. And I can still remember the first mentee to sign up for the Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship program. That was one mentee for a whole session. And right now, we are almost getting across the 300, 400 mark in the past 2 years. So you can very well notice that we've been growing in leaps and bounds, and that's primarily because of our mentees and, of course, our mentors who have actually gone through this program. It might interest you to note that some of the mentors, in fact, there's a particular mentor who attended this program who is now studying in Harvard University in the United States. I also know of another mentor who has gone through this program, who is also having a master's degree done in Canada. There are some who have actually also relocated to Canada who had job offers. We had to write recommendations for several others who are actually working and schooling presently in the United States and, of course, in Canada and the UK. So the program has actually grown to the point where people are leveraging the information from this program to better their lives and to do better things. And that is actually what Jiipcc is really about. I would share a brief story of my personal experience with a mentor. I linked up with him online. Our founder linked up with him online. He was part of the FinTech mentors for Q3. And I happened to be in Dubai at the time, and I was like, wow, it would be a great opportunity to go visit him. That's Mr. Matt. And I went to his office, and it was really a very good experience because I could feel the fact that we now live in a society that there are no boundaries, actually. There are no boundaries. You have mentors that you can actually reach out to. You might find yourself in Singapore and there's a mentor, somebody who has mentored you as a mentee, and the person is in Singapore and you are there. It's a great time to connect. I can also share my communications with a certain mentor in one of the programs who reached out with a certain problem, a legal problem, and I was able to do the best I can to be of help. So we are in a situation where there's a whole lot of sharing. There's a whole lot of caring, there's a whole lot of collaboration. And within this ecosystem, there is no master, it's not a master-servant relationship. It's a relationship that is built on the ability of the mentees to impact the mentors and the mentors to also impact the mentees. And it will shock you. Even for me personally, I have learned so much. In fact, my interest in artificial intelligence was bettered within this mentorship program. So that's a big one for me. And I'm also even considering maybe going to do a PhD within AI and all of that, because the voice of Africa it's not so loud within the AI space. That's globally speaking. If we attended the last session, Mr. Lapenta actually made a very huge observation with respect to that. So this program has given all of us the opportunity to find ourselves in that learning triangle, the learning triangle where the mentors are learning from the mentees are learning from the mentors, the moderators are also learning. It has been a culture and an environment for learning across board. I believe that the mentees have learned. I believe that the mentors, one way or the other, even though having a superior knowledge base in terms of application and the practicalities of the areas that they have mentored, have also picked one or two things from the mentors to add to what they already know. So I would say to you, our mentees, I would say to you today that what the seed that has been embedded in you, that seed is actually something that would germinate. And I say that because I see that a lot of us would turn out to be industry experts in the area that we have received mentorship. Is something that you cannot do without. And I say that also because one of the things, or the things that you may have picked up from this particular program, are things that you might not know when they will become useful to you, in your life's journey. So the story also of the Chinese bamboo reminds me, when you plant the Chinese bamboo, you put it in the ground. It takes months for it to start germinating. You have to keep watering. All the knowledge that you have gained from here, don't stop here. Jiipcc has not offered you all that there is. In fact, one thing that we have learned in terms of, for those of us who attended the FinTech class and even other mentorship programs within this entire ecosystem, have learned that technology is moving at a very fast pace. Information that was relevant yesterday is no longer relevant today. And you find out that the least that you can do is to keep improving on yourself. That improvement would generate the needed buzz for you to get to a point where you now find out that can now do a whole lot with so much ease. And I feel that that's what the Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship Program actually provides to all our mentees. Your ability to take the little that you have gotten here, keep working it till the point where you now, get to that expert status and people begin to call you. But do not forget to also mention that you had a little background support at this very stage, because I know for sure that this is the least that any of us here can actually be. We can only become better. And that's what Jiipcc actually intends to see. For those of you who have followed this program, you would notice that there has been no class. It is a very stable program for everybody who wants to share, who wants to communicate, who wants to engage. The program has been that simple. But I would say one thing: the consequence basically for not put into practice what you have picked up, the consequence for not pouring into the little knowledge that you have gathered here today might mean that this program would be a waste. And I believe strongly that you wouldn't want that to happen. So for us to keep pushing to the point where maybe we'll have one of our mentees become maybe one of the top working in top regulatory agencies like the Central Bank, even SEC, you can always trace it back that at Jiipcc, there was something I heard that really sparked that zeal in me to become this person or to become that person. Finally, before I say the final, application is the key word. Once you have information, you have to constantly seek ways to apply that information in a way that actually makes sense for you. And in line with having had a strategy session with some of our advisory board members, one of them who is also a mentor of this program, and another who is a development expert working with some of the United Nations bodies and several government parastatals here in Abuja. We finally got to a point where we're trying to see how we can make this program more sector relevant to mentors that will be joining this program in the future. And we are doing this from a compliance bias, a bias for compliance. So what we hope to see in 2023, one of the things that we hope to see in 2023 is the fact that we would have a compliance bias in some of the programs that we'll be engaging for the Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship program. So we want to see a scenario whereby when people join this program, they can go straight to begin to apply the knowledge that they are actually gathering from this particular program. We are all about the value addition that makes the most impact. So I want to encourage us all. This is a very good beginning. It's actually a good starting point for anybody that wants to become somebody in an area where you have actually been mentored. So I want to encourage us. The future is bright, the future is beautiful, and there's nothing that you cannot actually achieve. Like I said at the beginning, Jiipcc started with one mentor. In FinTech alone for Q4, we had over 40 people register for the FinTech program. In IP, we had over 40 people register, and participate in the program. So this is to let us know that the little start that we are actually seeing presently, this little seed that you have actually planted can only become better. And I would not close this keynote without appreciating our mentors. Our mentors are the real MVPs. They are the real VIPs that actually made this program worth the while. I know that for a whole lot of us mentors, your very tight schedule, your very choked up schedule, but you still found the time to give back to the future of our country, to the future of the individuals on this particular mentorship program. I want to say a very big and resounding thank you to all of you, to everyone who actually mentored in the queue for this program. It's big ups to you. It's because of you that this program can be seen to have been very successful. Also to the moderators, all the moderators across all the 6 programs, you guys did excellently well. This program would not have been all that it is or all that it has become to be at this closing ceremony without your input. So one thing finally, one thing that cuts across is your ability to collaborate. We're already in a society where you cannot know it all, even though maybe, for example, you are a compliance expert, or maybe with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Corporate Affairs Commission, the Central Bank, even NOTAP, much of the regulatory agencies. You cannot be in all of these places at once. So the ability to leverage on the knowledge that other individuals have is what would give each and every one of us the cutting edge. So I encourage you, our mentees, collaborate. Never be too tired, and don't be too scared. Don't be too scared to share what you know, because it's in the sharing that you actually become better. So this is to encourage us all and also to appreciate us all. And I would not close without saying a very big thank you to the visionary of this program, Juliana. Juliana has done extensive work before now, and even now, I would rather say before now. She thinks, she sleeps, she eats. It's all about Jiipcc. How can we take Jiipcc beyond the shores of Africa? We're already in several African countries, mentees from several African countries participating in this program. We want to say a very big thank you to all of you. And also a thank you in advance for those of you that refer friends to be part of this program. We cannot end this also without saying a very big thank you to you. So please do not forget, the story might start on a low, but if you keep putting in all the effort that needs to go into it, your dreams are actually viable and they are valid. Thank you so very much, everyone. Thank you to our mentors and thank you to our mentors. Hussein, back to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joe, for that wonderful speech. We would have loved to keep hearing all about Jiipcc history from day one till this present day, but we have time constraints, so we'll move on to the next agenda quickly. So it's the picture time. We'll be taking the pictures first before we start hearing about our mentors and mentees. So I advise everybody to put on their videos and put on a smile quickly for, let's say, 60 seconds. So I will quickly take our pictures. I'm so sorry, my video is not coming up. Oh my God.
All right.
I haven't taken the screenshots, please. Let's hold on. Okay, I got it. Thank you very much. You can turn off your videos now. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is the format we are going to be taking today. I'll be calling on our mentees to tell us about themselves. When you are called upon, you say your name. You identify if you are a student or a practitioner. And you also tell us what you plan to do in the future about with the knowledge you've learned from the Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship program. So quickly, I'll be calling on the first mentee for today. Okay, we'll go with the mentees before our mentor. Actually, we'll be taking advice from our mentor on how we should use our knowledge in the future. But for the mentees, we just want to know about you and also hear what you have to do with the knowledge you've learned. So I'll be calling on Hello Precious. You can quickly unmute yourself. You have 2 to 5 minutes, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is
Please,
Precious.
you should also put on your videos. We want to see your face.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Precious Salo. I'm a law student, currently awaiting law school admission. And I am very grateful to God for the opportunity to participate in this year's Jiipcc program. And the knowledge was quite, not overwhelming, but intriguing. My favorite topic happens to be under the blockchain or the blockchain. And I spoke with someone recently about the blockchain. It's like, oh, blockchain, a new growing aspect. What do you think about it? Everything. I was able to communicate with the person, and it's something I would really like to look into further. I specialize in the fintech aspect of this year's program or this quarter's program, and I really enjoyed it. I knew a little about fintech, but it was more enlightening, and it's something I probably would not probably I want to further study on and probably practice. Thank you. I'm done.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, Precious. I think our mentor requested that we'll take the pictures once more. I think her camera was not on, so she still wants her face. You can see how happy our mentor is to be on the pictures. Please, we should all also put on our videos. Thank you very much. Miss Nivena. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I've taken the pictures. So I'll be calling on the next mentee, Angela Olua Esquire. Yeah, you're the next.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
My name is Angela Olua Esther Ogunshua, and I'm a legal practitioner and a corporate and property lawyer in Ibadan. So I really want to thank the mentors and the organizers of this program for the great exposure, knowledge that is actually instilled to us within the time that was scheduled for this program. Fintech, okay, being a corporate and property lawyer, I think it definitely helped me because in this program I've learned that okay, there's actually some agreements needed to be prepared by fintech. I learned the business and the profit models that I feel okay, they actually help my knowledge when I have fintech clients. When I have fintech clients and also the agreements that we will prepare. When we talk about the co-founders agreement, when we talk about the non-disclosure agreement and other contractual agreements, the partnership agreements and other things. So I feel it's actually going to help me in my networking and connecting, because this is actually a plus to what I've to my experience so far and what I've seen so far. Then I also want to use this opportunity to also let everybody know that I will be into LinkedIn optimization, which will actually help corporate bodies and law firms and individuals that didn't have the opportunity to actually engage on their LinkedIn and social media platforms. So we're actually coming in to bridge that gap to help individuals, corporate bodies, and law firms engaging on their LinkedIn and other social media platforms. So thank you very much. I really appreciate the mentors and the organizers. You are so wonderful. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much, Angela. I'll be calling on the next mentee. I hope you know the drill. You tell us your name, you tell us if you are a student or a legal practitioner, and what is your future with the mentorship program. with what you've achieved from the mentorship program. So I'll be calling on Elizabeth Lucky. Elizabeth Lucky, please, you can unmute yourself and also put on your videos. Yeah. You are muted, please, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Yeah, so I'm Elizabeth Lucky and I'm a legal practitioner, corporate and commercial law for now. So I had interest in intellectual property law, and I was talking to a colleague and she told me about the Jiipcc program. So that's why I was part of it. Honestly, I won't lie. I had little or no knowledge about intellectual property, but coming on this program, it has really helped me. I've had really tight schedule, like sometimes I don't even have time for myself, but having to know that, okay, I have an assignment somewhere, or I have to be in a group where we have to discuss something, I just know that, okay, I have to do something about it. And that really helped me. It has kept me on my toes. So I want to say a big thank you to the organizers of this program. Thank you to Madam Juliana Imam. Thank you to every moderator that's helped to ensure that every session held. Most times I don't really have time to be part of the sessions, but the few times I've had our mentors talk, I have learned one or two things, like having to hear them talk about real life experience. It has helped me so much. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity. And also I've been able to apply some of the intellectual property rules and laws. Okay, I had an agreement to draft recently, that was like a few weeks ago, and there was a part for intellectual property. On the norms, I know it would have taken me a whole lot, probably having to run to colleagues to help me out. But honestly, I was able to do it myself and it came out really well. So I can say, I don't know if I'm going fully into intellectual property, but it's actually a field I think I would love to venture into, but one step at a time. So I'm really grateful for this stepping stone. Honestly, I am grateful. Thank you so much for this platform. God bless you. Thank you to the mentees as well. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm grateful.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Yeah, Jiipcc is very happy to hear that you're already solving real world problems with the little we've impacted on you. Thanks to our mentors, thanks to all our mentors in the meeting, and thanks to all our mentors that have been with us throughout the quarter. We are very grateful for the advice and the training. So quickly, I'll be calling on the next mentee, Adedamola Adetula.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Hussein. I'm sorry I won't be able to put on my camera because of where I am. Okay, my name is Adedamola Adetula. I'm a legal practitioner, and I'm so delighted I participated in this year's, in this quota for Jiipcc. In fact, I got to know about it on a group page, and someone was sharing his experience about how it actually helped him, and it will be very good for those that have interest in IP and fintech. And I'm actually glad that this is one decision that I took this year. And so far, I actually learned quite a lot, an handful of things, and it has also helped build my teamwork skills, my communication skills, and it has actually helped grow my research skills too. And in the future, what I intend to do with what I have, I intend to also not just relent on what the knowledge I've gotten, you understand? And also, I intend to also start writing articles on IP, which I believe from the knowledge and foundation I've gotten so far, this will help me. And also, by God's grace, in the next 2-3 years, I should be a pro when it has to do with IP. So, and I also believe that in years to come, I can also be a mentor and mentoring other people too. So thank you very much to all the mentors that we have here, and also to our coordinators. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Adedamola. We'll move on to the next mentee, Rosemary Daniel.
Hello, good evening. Sorry, I won't be able to turn on my camera out, so I'm not. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, hi, good evening. My name is Daniel Rosemary, and I'm a 300 level law student of the University of Jos. And I am a health tech and law intern at the Jiipcc internship program. And I would like to see, these 8 weeks has been very educative and very knowledgeable to me. Actually, prior to the internship program, I had no knowledge whatsoever about health tech and law. I actually didn't even know health tech and law was a topic. When I applied for it, I thought it was health tech separately and then law. It was a mistake applying for health tech and law until I started the internship, and then I realized that, okay, there's something called health tech and law. And I'm very, very grateful to all our mentors and actually my group members too, for their time. I thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. I've learned a lot, actually. Thank you for impacting knowledge on me. Thank you for everything you've done. I really appreciate it. I intend to use my knowledge somewhere else, and also train other people also in the little way that I can. Sorry, I'm not very okay now. Thank you very much. I'm done.
Hello everyone. Can you all hear me?
We can hear you.
Can we all hear me, please?
Yeah,
okay. Okay, thank you very much, Rosemary, Daniel. I'll call on one mentee before we move to our mentor, Christian Steke. I don't know if I got that pronunciation very well, please. Christian.
Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. A bit dark here. I hope you can see me now.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, JIPCC for the chance, for the opportunity. It means a lot for us. Sorry, I think I missed much. I'm supposed to introduce myself. My name is Christian Sadek Asintayo. I am from Ethiopia. I am a senior law student, currently finished my law study and waiting for the bar exam, and practitioner at the prison center for Ethiopia. And I am an ambassador for African Law Student Association, and the past 8 weeks I have been a mentee in this program, which is very insightful. Well, I am quite familiar with the course called Intellectual Property from my law studies, but I wanted to know more. I wanted to go deep, and this mentorship has helped me go through the things that I was supposed to go through on my course study. And and the fact that this mentorship reaches out to is affordable and reachable by a person like me who's not a resident in the place is very appreciable. And my future plan with this mentorship program is to upgrade it through a master class on future, because so far it has been a very interesting experience for me. And my favorite season would be how cultural and traditional knowledge are protected under intellectual property. And my favorite mentee would be Miss Nirvana Turk. I don't know if I say that correctly, but the way how passionate she is, she's eager for a young generation like us to know more. So I think she's a good. She's the best mentor so far. So I would like to express my gratitude once again for JIPCC and the mentors all. Yeah, that's what I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kristen. I'll be calling a mentor to give us his advice, his final parting words of advice, what he thinks we can do, where he thinks we can venture on quickly to be pros in the industry, and any recommendation he also has for us. So I'll be calling on Mr. Peter Cole. Peter Cole, please, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, the moderator. Thank you very much, everyone. It's a very great opportunity to be here once again. I'm really sorry I'll not be able to put on my camera for a couple of technical reasons. So please permit me to just go on without that.
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, very grateful. So, my name is Peter Colonelle. I'm a technology attorney and an expert in intellectual property and startup advisory. My practice is majorly focused on advising startups and their funders, and also people who do a lot in the aspect of artificial intelligence and also new technology around cryptos and blockchain. So if you're interested in all of this, you can hit me up after this, and if you need advice or you need to just discuss, get further insights. So that's very that will be permitted. You can hit me up on LinkedIn or other communication channels the organizers might make available. All right. So, having said that, I'd like to thank the brains behind the JIPC initiative for putting all of this together. It's not very often you see such learning platforms like this, which brings together mentees from across different countries in Africa. And I understand that currently plans are underway to scale this beyond the shores of Africa and make it a global thing. I think this is very, very laudable, and this is worthy of applause also. So thank you to Ms. Juliana Imam, who is the curator of the program, and also Mr. Oba Joseph, especially also for putting this together and for allowing our mentees the opportunity to get into the rudiment and understand the workings of different sectors, ranging from artificial intelligence, fintech, intellectual property, as many as different aspects, law and the connectedness of it with different things. It's been a very, very great learning platform. As a mentor, I've been in awe of the level of the expertise of our mentors in different subject matters, and I've come here to be able to interact and engage with other mentors who are versed and are experienced in their fields of endeavor. So I thank the organizers for the opportunity on behalf of the mentees. And directly to mentees, I just want to say that throughout these different sessions you've been exposed to a lot of things regarding each of these subject matters that you might be individually interested in. I want to challenge you directly to not make this end here. There should be more beyond just the stage of the PCC. Ensure that whatever learning it is you've gotten doesn't stop at the learning stage, because as I say, learning without experience is incomplete, and experience without learning is insufficient. So ensure that when you've gotten your learning, you take it to the stage of experience. Look for opportunities and platform to practice that which you have learned. And what I mean by that is look out for opportunities to be able to gain valuable practical experience, such as internships. This is an internship in itself, so that's very, very good. But also ensure that you put yourself out there. One good way to become an expert in today's world is through two methods. First is to become an expert in learning and knowledge. You have to ensure that you soak up every piece of knowledge available on that thing that you're interested in. And beyond that, also affirmation. Ensure that you put yourself out there by constantly writing about that which you're interested in. And little things such as ensuring that your profile is tweeted in that regard. You don't have to wait till you become an expert before you start to push yourself as a potential expert. You don't have to lie that you're an expert when you're not, but you can say you're a budding expert in that field and you're working towards becoming one. So ensure that you're learning, but you're also practicing that which you've learned, and you're looking for opportunities to be able to make and transform that knowledge into something that will put you out there in a position to be able to affect others positively and impact, like just as the organizers of this event have done. Finally, my parting words to you is, what starts here literally changes the world. You've acquired knowledge, you've gotten the learning, you've gotten connections. Ensure that all of these are tools that you can use to be able to just advance to the next level, push yourself in the light of many of these new advancements. Because if you look around you, these are the very, very contemporary opportunities that are out there. So take charge of that. And the global world is just the starting stage for everybody. Thank you all for the opportunity. And that will be all from me. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Peter Cole. Quickly, we'll be moving on to our mentees. So I'll be calling on Muchimba Mumba to tell us about herself, before we move on to our mentors. Muchimba Mumba, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I can't put on my camera because I was in a meeting. I just had to excuse myself. So my name is Muchimba Mumba. I'm from Zambia. I'm a lawyer for the Zambia Electricity Company supply. So the program is a very good one, and it's been a very good platform for me to learn more about the energy industry because that's where I am working at the moment. I enjoyed it quite very much because it led me to look at topics and areas of the industry that I have not actually tried to know. And I mean, I would want to become an expert in the industry. And having this platform has been very good for me because it has enlightened me and it has been insightful because I have met different people who are experts in this particular field in different parts of the country. And this is at large in Africa because we don't have this opportunity anywhere else for us to get to know these people or get to meet them at any point. But we have got access to them through LinkedIn, through this very platform. And that's one thing I am grateful for. And I'm very grateful for Mrs. Juliana. I'm very grateful for Mr. Hussein because you made this journey very easy for us and you were there to guide us in every way that we could. It's a very interesting thing, and I wish I have tried to make sure a lot of people join and apply for it because it is very affordable, first of all. And then secondly, the links that we get and the connections that we get and the mentors are very open to giving guidance and discussing with people and having to be connected to people through LinkedIn or various other social platforms. And that is what I really appreciate about this very, very interesting mentorship and program, such that I actually want to continue to do it, but I will do another course. However, not with energy, but I hope I'll be given another opportunity to keep on learning and keep on trying these different courses that you have made available. So what am I going to do with what I have learned from this mentorship program? What I'm going to do firstly is that I will push myself to, now I'm actually interested in doing my master's in energy. Before, I actually never thought I would be interested in doing energy for work purposes, but this has been very interesting. And I know the field is not that crowded with especially female people. It's very male dominated, but I would like to go forward with it. And I think I will largely contribute to my company or our company growing because I have a lot of knowledge now about how things are done and what can be done to make the energy industry even better. I hope other people get the opportunity to go through with this, and I'm very grateful for it. Have a good day, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Muchimba. I'm so happy to know that you've gotten a lot of knowledge on the energy industry, and you also be impacting that on your company and your country and Africa as a whole. So quickly, I'll be calling on the next mentee, Idoko Joseph Ame. Please, you know the drill.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm Idoko Joseph. I'm a third-year law student of Benue State University and a mentee at Jiipcc. I was mentored in energy law. Throughout this program, I learned a lot of things that I may not be able to put into expression now. Starting from teamwork. Prior to this moment, I was never good at anything, teamwork. But after this thing, throughout the weekly tasks that were given, I was writing, I was doing a lot of research that I was not very used to. But now, I just thank Jiipcc and every other mentor who had done their best to put in this program. On the other way around, I learned a lot about teamwork. This teamwork is something I never knew how to do very well before. And after this moment, I hope to write a lot. I have series of articles that I've put down that I will write. So now I believe from here I can start something, and the connection I've had, it's something that I believe it can help me so well after now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Idoku Ame. We wish you good luck on everything you do after the mentorship program. I'll be calling on our next mentee, Annie Edema.
Yeah.
Annie Edema, are you with us? Please kindly unmute yourself. Tell us about yourself and what you intend to do with the knowledge you've learned from the internship program. If Annie is not responding, Adebayo Nasiruddin, you can unmute yourself. We can't hear you, please. I don't know. I think his voice is cracking. Am I the only person having that challenge?
No, his voice is cracking. I can't even hear him at all.
Okay. Nasiruddin, I think you should disconnect and reconnect. I'll be calling you back to tell us about yourself. Quickly, Philip, you can just step in.
All right, thank you very much. Just give me confirmation if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, that's amazing. So my name is Philip Wonsu. I'm a Nigerian and a law graduate from River State University, and also an applicant to the Nigeria Law School. So I applied for the intellectual property session under the Jiipcc, and truthfully speaking, before my application, I had basically little or no knowledge. I had insufficient knowledge about IP, and my desire to know more about IP like motivated and inspired me to embark on this internship program. And I can safely say that after the 9 weeks intensive training and mentorship, there has been a massive upgrade in my comprehension and understanding about the way IP work. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, there has been a massive upgrade in my comprehension as to how IP works and the nature of IP, and I'm fundamentally grateful to Jiipcc for giving us this massive opportunity at a very low cost, and I'm also grateful to all the mentors. I enjoyed all the mentors, truthfully speaking. I enjoyed Shukrat Amusa. I also enjoyed Nivana Talk. They were very exceptional. And as to what I want to do with the knowledge I've amassed by virtue of this internship, I believe having been equipped with this relevant knowledge, it will serve as a stepping stone, to serve as a bedrock, to serve as an instrument of further development. Because I believe I've been inspired and motivated to embark on more developmental courses, my master's and PhD on IP. So I believe that having been exposed to the nature of IP by virtue of this internship, to serve as a bedrock, as a stepping stone, as an instrument to amass further development in this concerned area. So thank you once more. I appreciate the entire Jiipcc family, my teammates, Anne Edema, Amarachi, Kristen Tesedeki, and everyone. Thank you for everyone for making this experience worthwhile. Thank you very much, Usani.
Thank you very much, Philip. I'm moving on to the next mentee, Oluwafunmibi Olabisi. Nasiru, please, I still can't hear you. Please, can you kindly mute yourself? Adebayo Nasiruddin. Yeah, we can hear you. Oluwafunmibi.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Olamide Akunbi, and I'm a 400 level student of the University of Lagos Faculty of Law. Okay, my presidential appreciation goes to the organizers of Jiipcc because it was a whole new experience for me. I think before I got to know about the mentorship program, I just had just a little interest in fintech based on an article I read online. So by the time I said, okay, these are things to pick from, and I'd already done intellectual property in school, so I decided to go for fintech. And then I was not able to really participate as much as I wanted to because we resumed to school and a lot of activities. But for the sessions I was able to attend, it was really I don't even know the exact word because the wealth of knowledge of the mentors was just a lot. There was a lot to learn, there was a lot to know. And then all my team members they really tried, although we did a lot, people were busy, but we all really tried and all. So I really appreciate the organizers of Gypsy. And for what I will do with the knowledge I have gained, well, I would like to further my knowledge. I don't really know how best I would do this, but I think I would love to research more on fintech and what fintech is about. I would love to do more research personally. And then I would actually love to intern. I don't know how that will come about. Probably maybe at the end of my degree in the university, I would love to intern in a company, in a firm, or maybe not even a firm, but I would love to intern somewhere that I would gain practical on-hand experience about fintech. So I think that's basically what I'm looking for, like in the nearest future. That's what I plan on doing. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Olabisi Oluwafunmi. So we'll be taking some of the advice and recommendations from our mentors. I'll be calling on Mariam Hassan, then Nirvana talk afterwards. So Mariam Hassan, please kindly unmute yourself. Can you hear me, Mariam Hassan?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I have a cold, so I might not be very clear. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here. And so let me just do a brief introduction about myself because I'm not sure I was the mentor for, all the mentees that are present here today. So my name is Mariam Hassan, and I currently work with Leatherback, which is a UK company that handles multi-currency payments. So I handle payment strategy and partnerships at Leatherback. So I'd like to start with thanking Jiipcc for this opportunity to constantly create impact and pass on the little knowledge that we have to the mentees. I also would like to mention to the mentees to not take this mentorship program for granted. As some of us, growing in our career when we started, we probably didn't, have mentors to, take us through or guide us through the journey. So I would like to say that as much as possible, soak in all the knowledge that you can, from every topic that is being discussed, whether it concerns the career path, that you intend to pick or to, follow, because no knowledge is lost, one way or the other. It will come in handy, if it's just a little knowledge that you have on it, it will come in handy eventually. It could just be you find yourself in a room of, professionals and they're having conversations about something you've learned from this Jiipcc program, and, you're able to follow the conversation because you have, some knowledge about it. I'm not a law professional, right? And I never even knew anything like energy law existed. I'm just hearing it here for the first time. And that's something I'll be taking away from, today. And you'll probably go read up more on it. I didn't even know energy law existed. So you see, I've also learned something from being a mentor here as well. So also make sure to take advantage of, the networking, every mentor that has sort of mentored you, if you're able to stay in touch with them. Sorry, somebody's mic is unmuted. Okay. So LinkedIn is a very powerful platform. Try and stay connected to, all the mentors that, you can reach out to them once in a while. So take advantage of that. You can also, add me up and reach out to me at any point in time. Look for people in your field or area of expertise on LinkedIn, try and connect with them and stay in touch. It's just, how you approach them that matters. I think you can just, connect with people on LinkedIn. That would help because it's a powerful professional platform. And I heard Olabisi mention that she has some interest in fintech. I would say that don't wait until you're done with school. Read up online. You can connect with me. You can join webinars, try and attend some fintech events to just sort of get some foundation or background knowledge as to that there's really no time, and the fintech world keeps changing. Tech is almost like the new oil now. So as much as you can, start as early as you can. Don't wait until you're done with school to do that. And, just to round up, I would say, keep soaring high. You're capable of doing anything. Do not limit yourself. The mind is very powerful. So just how you project. I heard Peter also mention manifestation. So that's also very important. Do not limit yourself with your mind. You can do anything that you want. So thank you very much, Jiipcc. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Miriam Hassan. We hear and we heed, or we hear and we obey. So I'll be calling on Nirvana Talk. It's Nirvana Talk.
Yes, hello everybody, and nice to meet you today. This is a wonderful day that I am very happy to enjoy it with you. The main point here is that we learn from each other as a mentor and as mentees. In this very important issue that we change and exchange our ideas, our IP knowledge, maybe our way of examination from country to other country, in order to approach our ideas, our things, our thoughts. Maybe there is a fault or errors in this thoughts, so we have to approach these thoughts and exchange ideas and listen to each other. This is a very important point, and keep on going to learn all the time in the IP, because it's field which is all the time there is updating, so we should be updated also with this news and knowledge, and enrich ourselves with this knowledge. So I'm so glad and pleasure to meet all of you, mentees and mentors, and hope to continue and keep going learning and exchange our experience in IP. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ivana. It's always nice to hear from you and take your advice. Thank you very much. So I'll be calling on our mentees now. So the next mentee will be Ashifa Idris.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. So my name is Kashifa.
Yes, I can hear you.
I have work experience as a legal researcher and legal analyst. And I am very grateful for this opportunity to be part of this program. So I've learned a lot in terms of AI, IP, and fintech. And these are very interesting topics that I always want to learn more about. So I'm very grateful for this whole learning experience, for the mentors and the other mentees, and Ms. Juliana for making sure that everything is so well put together, and Mr. Hussein as well for communicating so efficiently. So thank you everyone for this. And going forward, I want to try and do maybe a master's in one of these topics. So thank you so much for expanding my knowledge. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Ashifa Idris. I'll call on Prophet Paul if he's in the meeting with us. Prophet Paul.
All right, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, what do you want me to speak about? Is it just the
Okay,
drill, sir?
quickly you tell us about yourself, your name,
Okay.
if you are a student or a legal practitioner, what you intend to do with the knowledge you've amassed from Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship program. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, sir. All right, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Adebayo Prophet Paul, and I'm a 500 level student of the Faculty of Law, Labis and Abajo University. I happen to intern for Jiipcc for the fourth stream for health tech. Basically, what do I intend to do with the knowledge? Now, I need to say that, of course, in our forms, we had to fill a part where we had to talk about how far our knowledge was before we began the journey. And I can remember that as far back as May this year, when I was beginning to search for opportunities to study health tech, I could remember that I'd already completed the paper on birth injury litigation in Nigeria. But I think one of the things that Jiipcc has done, which sets it apart from other companies, is that it has developed a set of cutting-edge syllabus that helps to also, how do I put it now, that helps to understand some of these new parts of law that are not necessarily common everywhere. For instance, there is a poor level of knowledge about health law in Nigeria currently. Of course, I do understand that once in a while we have people who occasionally arise, like I think Mr. Ebenezer, one of the mentors who I happen to love so much. Those are people who take their chances at times just to do things that are unconventional. But I think with the knowledge that Jiipcc has equipped me with, I am able, because I can remember that also for the third quarter, I was able to intern for the artificial intelligence and technology stream. And I could remember that there was a time where we had to mention something along the lines of health technology as well. And I also understand that the race for medical law, health law, and health technology generally in Nigeria is at its lowest ebb. In fact, it is at its inchoate state. So I think with the knowledge that Jiipcc has furnished me with, I can begin to take, how do I put it? I can begin to take the difference. I can begin to take the lead when it comes to the health tech sector of Nigeria. Definitely, I think we need to help the health sector of Nigeria because it is currently in shambles. It is just too shambolic currently. But I think with the knowledge that we've been equipped with here, which is cutting edge, which is vanguard, which also inculcates ethical principles, I think it can set me apart from my colleagues, and also it can help me to globalize myself. Thank you very much, Jiipcc. I really appreciate the knowledge. I appreciate the mentors, Mr. Ebenezer. I appreciate the mentors across the streams who were able to talk about sustaining a thriving career, which cut across various fields, because definitely health involves a lot of these fields, even energy, if it is intellectual property, if it is even the fintech aspect. Of course, health has something to do with it. I also thank Miss Juliana. Every time I always have to thank her because for doing this, I mean, it really, really, really means a lot. Thank you, Mr. Hussein, thank you very much for your kind words and for your cordial nature. Thank you, fellow mentees, Ruby, Adele Kontolokwe, and everyone across borders. God bless you. I love you all.
All right, thank you very much, Prophet Paul. I'll be calling on the next mentee, Omobude Eve. Omobude Eve. Thank you.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, good evening. My name is Omobude Eve. I just passed the bar exam, so I'm waiting to be called sober. That is my current status right now. Yes, before coming to JIIPC, I had a fair amount of knowledge about technology, and I understood that with the rate at which it's going, with the rate at which data we as a people, as a society, our data was not being protected and it should be regulated. I I was a champion for words like that, but I just didn't know what to do or how to do it. I remember the first week I stepped into law school. Our lecturer asked us to pick up a paper, write what we wanted to study, or what we wanted to achieve. And I did. I wrote into tech law because I felt like that was really much what I wanted to do. And he said we could achieve it, but I kept on asking people, how do I achieve tech law? There was no provisions for any of the topics there. All we got was ethics and the rest, but I was like, given what's happening right now with fintech and all of that. I mean, recently we just got a new startup policy, and all of that. I was like, how do I get to where I want to be able to make the impact that I want to make? I did not get the answer at Nigerian Law School. But while talking with a couple of old friends from Ibadan University, which I attended, a colleague was just like, hey, I remember you were very big on tech. It's always anything, you always had a way of dragging it back to tech. So there's this course I took and I believe it to be for you. So she gave me, I applied. I was a bit skeptic at first because I was like, no, it can't be. But I applied and I decided to venture into artificial intelligence, which was very different. A lot of my friends expected me to go for intellectual property and all that, but I was like, no, I want to go for artificial intelligence just to challenge myself. Well, I didn't expect what I got. I was introduced to a lot of new topics. I was introduced to a very new part of myself, working with a team. And though I was not around for all, because as some of my team members will know, I had to go for the NYC, I was drafted. Many of the topics, many of what we were taught, I was able to use them in the NYC there when I worked for the OBS and the Secretariat. Some of the new ideas, some of the new technologies we used as examples that I had never heard of, and some of the new ways. It also gave me like a venture to research on how these people get about their technology, machine learning, and all of that. And I was able to use some of the ideas and the patterns and methods that were used there to solve problems in the NYC camp. And I used them a lot it just changed the way I view a lot of technology, the way I view going forward. Now, about use, how will I use going forward? When we, as the previous speaker said, when we wrote our when we were writing what we're going to use the topic for, what we're going to do, I wrote that I needed it to improve my feed, which I think it has. And going forward, I want to grow more knowledge on artificial intelligence and also IP. That is what I want to do. I also want to mentor people and be able to teach them and be like, yes, this is it. Because I truly believe strongly on protection of our data and the growth of technology, artificial intelligence in Nigeria, its presence in Nigeria, and I believe it should be protected, it should be taught and handled better. So that is where I'm at. Either looking for an internship where I could learn something like this, or finding a way to study more on this. Thank you all so much, JIPC. The team, you guys have been helpful even with my hectic schedule. A lot of you, Mr. Hassan, you have been very, very understanding. A lot of my teammates, all of you guys have been wonderful. I love you. Thank you. I'm done.
All right, thank you very much, Omobude. It's nice listening to you. I'll call on the next mentee before our mentor will step in. Vivian, I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. Nadi Ekwe. Yeah, Vivian Nadi Ekwe. I hope I
Good
pronounced
evening.
that. Yeah, good evening.
Yes, it's Vivian Unadiekwe.
Yeah.
Permit me to do it without my video on because I'm not in a good place now.
Okay, yeah, you can carry on.
Good evening. My name is Vivian Unadiekwe, and I am a final year law student of University of Nigeria. Well, I didn't start out being a final year. I was in fourth year when I started the program. So I started the program because I was looking for I was interested in fintech. Yes, I knew that, but I didn't have anywhere like to start, like to get my foundational knowledge. So yeah, and I knew I wanted to write my final year project on fintech, based off fintech, because from the little I had known, from the courses I took and everything, I knew I had interest in fintech, but I didn't know where to start from and all. So I came across Jiipcc mentorship program from a friend of mine. She actually did the Q3, the third quarter IP session. So I came across it and then I decided to register. And since then, oh my God, the change has been obvious. Like oh my God, Jiipcc has just impacted in my life like positively. I've submitted my project topic and it was approved for me to write on fintech regulations, and I'm just so happy because it gave me the foundational knowledge I needed to like cross that stage. And going forward, I would like to do more research on fintech and like speak to more mentors and know how to further apply this, like to create a niche in fintech in Nigeria. I'm grateful to the Jiipcc mentorship program, to Miss Juliana and to Mr. Hussein. All of you have been very, very helpful, and you've been very considerate, given that since after the strike, I was not very consistent anymore because of school and everything. But you guys were considerate. I told you people and you agreed that, okay, I could do it at my own pace. So I'm very grateful. I'm also grateful to my group members. They were so understanding, and especially I need to call her name, particularly Miss Kashifa. She was really, really into the whole group thing. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure doing this with you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Congrats on your project topic acceptation. So I also attest to that. Kashifa has been very supportive and been a good team leader to the groups that she participated in. So quickly, I'll be calling on the next mentee, Busola